some vlogging in the morning. Because using your throat chakra to talk is good. And if you don't have a person to wake up and talk to, you have to talk to yourself. So the thing that I have been realizing is that every royal person in the entire world has been personally exploited by the fading paradigm that is leaving now, that goes, right? But every single one of us has been exploited by that. So it's definitely nothing to take personally. Yeah, definitely. So I don't know, I guess the other thing I wanted to talk about in terms of that is moving forward from that as a collective of leaders, of spiritual counselors, of those who the great architects of creation have placed within these roles of royalty. What does that mean going forward? Obviously, everybody is, like, I don't know. I can't speak for another being, right? But I'm myself, and I know that, things are not as they appear, for sure. Like, I want to leave room for a sense of enchantment to penetrate our reality, so that we don't think that we're just in like a great war between good and evil that perpetuates itself over and over with a swinging polarity. Because first of all, the earth is quadrupolar, which makes null and void so many of the old spiritual concepts that never helped anyone because they were based on lies. So instead of thinking of ourselves as dualistic, the nature of the world is actually quadrupolar. So the number 4. And when we think of ourselves as quadrupolar, there's a whole lot more bounce. So ending all forms of extractive industries, all pollution, because we are the real royals, and we can't just sit here and let, some AI BS with monarch butterflies and fire. Again, like I said, all that paradigm of thieving from royals is over. But just to make myself clear again, like, as Queen Aset is who was given the name Amanda, because the name Amanda means loving kindness, and so therefore the name Amanda is the name of God, because loving kindness is the only way that we move through and we heal this world that we share together. Loving one another is the only thing real. Love is more powerful than death, and love is the only thing that has ever fixed a problem. Yeah. So I do think of my name as the name of God, because it means loving kindness. And, we're all gonna come to I don't know who's watching me at all, but I know that the things that I see on the agenda of what needs to get done in the world is what needs to get done in the world. So we need to replace all forms of extractive energetic industry with solar power and free energy systems, and we need to let people have water powered cars. But also at the same time, we need to get rid of like half of the streets, and we need to force people to embrace limitation, because limitation doesn't inhibit progress. Limitation inhibits the 7 deadly sins. So when we can just go everywhere and do whatever we want, anytime we want to, and everything is easy and everything is convenient, it opens up the door so wide for the 7 sins to literally rule our lives. So when we get rid of like half the roads, like go back to a very simple way of living, but we can't. The reason why I think one of the reasons why things got very messed up with Native American society is because some of the natives started to wrangle the horses. Instead of honoring the horse nation's sovereignty, they started to put chokers on the horses and saddles on the horses. Okay, and when this happened, they quickly invited an evil plague called external conquerors, who did the same thing to them specifically, because they did that to the horses. And let me tell you, if you think that human beings are gods, you better fucking sit down and look at horses, elephants, giraffes, whales. Yeah? I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know all the other Native American people who are watching this know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah? Alright, so we can't extract from Horse Nation either. And we can't just expect horses to drive us around. And like I said, the way that the world was, I have this book called How to Do Nothing, and she talks about how somebody got a really grand idea for a utopia. Like, if I can control all the factors, I can make it perfect. It will be an artificially designed or enforced form of perfection, but it will be perfect. And so somebody actually kind of tried to do this without anybody really noticing. And the reason why it's unfulfilling is because, first of all, it's incompleted. And second of all, it wasn't created from a grassroots place. So if I am here and if I see the world like this, I'm up here and I just decide, okay, it's all going to be like this. Now it's like this. Okay? That is a fantasy. It doesn't work like that. Because unless everyone is choosing to co-create the world, it is a prison. In the ancient world, so many of the religions were centered around biological abuse of women and animals and children. So it's not religion either, because when people want to think back to the good old days and reminisce, it actually becomes a violent little bloodstorm. So, and the men were awful. So no, we can't just be, oh, how it was, right? But what I'm saying is that the limits of not having a car or a horse or a plane, if all you had were your own 2 feet and your ability to make a canoe, could you survive? And if not, what do you need to do to become that person? Because I don't care what you think. The current civilization is going to fall because it was destined from the beginning to fall. And we're not going to let Sitting Bull's prediction be right about people realizing at the end of all things that they can't eat money. Everybody knows we can't eat money. And people don't like using money. It's just a fucking matter of like, we're in between 2 things. I wrote a song called Open and See. And it's about the fact that this isn't a dream. This isn't a dream. Okay, it's not a fantasy. Life is not like some fantasy dream. Like, life is life. It's not a dream. So every single second, I want to be putting myself into my purpose. Because it's not a dream. yeah. I see you all as another myself. Whoever is watching this, I see you as you are another myself. I honor you. I honor the light within you that shines so bright like the sun. I honor the love that beats your heart. I honor your wonder, your awe, your reverence, your creative capacity. I honor our mystery of our relationship. I hope you subscribe, comment if you want to, share this with anyone you feel it matters to, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.